everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another Cirque du Soleil review. I just recently had a chance to see Crystal, which is their latest show, and I am really not going to go over the whole plot, because if I do, it'll give away everything, and if you are new to Cirque du Soleil, I'm not going to spoil it for you. There's no reason for me to. It's just one of those things that you just have to let wash over you and be prepared to be completely blown away. Literally, I was in awe the entire time. It runs the gamut of different musical genres that it covers. The costumes are absolutely stunning. The set design is both surreal and very minimalistic. It's what's known as the theater of the absurd, if you've ever heard of it. And that traces back to Samuel Beckett, who was very simplistic in his set design. And you can see it's postmodern theater, and it works quite well in Cirque's favor, so I don't know if people realize that's what they're seeing, but being an English major and having that background, I think, oh yeah, this is definitely what's known as the theater of the absurd, or a very minimal type of plot devices, or I should say prop, not plot, but there are a lot of things that play into the plot of the performance, and the athleticism that is shown is nothing short of just absolutely phenomenal. And most of the people are very compact and very stalwart and stout in their size, and they have a lot of core strength, and it shows in their movement. And still, even after seeing this one, I have to say I really love Crystal. I love Crystal even more than Volta. Crystal just blew it out of the water, because the the sense of danger is even more pronounced, just due to the fact that it's done on ice, and it's just unbelievable what the performers could do with a pair of skates. And they came out on the ice with these ballet slippers that I think they had cleats in them, and they were all different designed, or they had different designs, and just everything about it, it's multimedia, it's live performers actually playing music, and it's just unbelievable. They even had I Want to Swing from the Chandelier as one of the songs, but of course it wasn't sung by the original singer of that song, Sia, and they had a tribute to her, which I thought, oh yeah, that's why they would have characters that look that way, but it was because of her. It was very Salvador Dali-esque in the way that some of the costumes were designed, and it lent itself well to that, as it made sense. Of course, another song was a cover or tribute to U2, and my friend, who's an artist, tried to explain to me that if you tweak something just enough, you really don't have to worry about IP or intellectual property. Royalty wouldn't have to be given to the originator. So I thought, oh yeah, that's very clever, and that's quite the interesting loophole as you think about it. And oh, we don't owe them anything, because basically this is our property now. Yeah, such a thing has been done since the beginning of time, I believe, and it's still a loving tribute, I agree, to both Sia and U2. It's just such a sensational work of art, and so many things about, I can't even begin to say what was my favorite scene, because again, that'll give away plot, and I really don't want to do that. But I can't say that much else about Crystal. If you're a fan of Cirque du Soleil, go see it because it's 2 stars, 2 thumbs, excuse me, 5 stars hands down. No vetching, no complaining, no ragging. There's nothing about this that would even relatively deserve any kind of harsh critique because it's just that good. It's completely mesmerizing. You are lost. You are enchanted. You are just completely inundated with just how precise and utterly sensational these movements are. So precise, so minute, so very, very meticulous in just how they move, and it's so beautiful. Really, it's nothing short of just absolutely beatific in the way that these performers do their job. And I still just I can't. I'm utterly speechless, which is very rare for me. But I absolutely loved it. I adore Cirque, and just you can see the utter exhilaration, and you just wonder about the performers if they have any fear when they go about doing the stunts that they do, which they probably do. And my friend Jessie said, well, I wonder if they have stunt doubles. I think that they do, just in case. The understudy would have to be just as trained as the original athlete, but I'm not sure how that would work because they have it down to a precise art in sticking their landings. When they do stick their landings, they have the they have the mats there just in case. But it's very interesting because the Zamboni was brought out during during intermission. I thought, where's the Zamboni? Because they have to keep the ice nice and level and clean before the performers would come out for second act. But it made me giggle because the Zamboni is actually a very intricate piece of equipment and really heavy duty. They had somebody out there. They had prop people moving different items around, and you have to give credit to prop people too, because even though they might be considered secondary, it's their job is just as important, just making certain that there are no hazards they could trip over. And there was one thing I remember in second act, something fell off of one of the actors, and idly I noticed this. I don't think anybody else did because it was just so breathtakingly gorgeous. But one of the one of the actors actually picked up the little piece of debris and he put it in his pocket. I thought, you don't think I saw it, but I saw, and I'm glad that you're concerned about safety. But one thing that I really liked, just the overall theme, the overarching theme, which I'm not going to say what it is, because if I do, again, it'll ruin it, and I don't want to do that for those of you who are not familiar with a Cirque show. But the trust, the utter feeling of reassurance, just it shows, and surrender. That's another thing I noticed in this, the way that the actors really rely on they have to, they absolutely, it's necessity, it is integral that they have each other's best interest. And I just thought, what a lesson for the people. And I never really took that into account. I mean, in Volta, I was more interested in just seeing how the story would unravel, and I got lost in the story just like I do when I read or when I write. It's the same thing, just that whole process, and it's just utterly staggering and astronomical to see that play out on such a large on this canvas too. And canvas I use in the broadest sense. It's just one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen, and it's beautiful. It really, really is. I can say nothing else, but that's about all I have to say. Until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.